What is up, you guys, and welcome back to another Rockling Game episode. In today's video, we are going to be unboxing a package that I just received. It is snowing horribly outside, but my delivery driver still was able to make it. I did order this before I knew that it was going to come a blizzard. I did order this, so I promise I did not order it with the knowledge of snow. So, before we get on into this, smash the like button if you do enjoy the video. Comment down below, do you own this box set? What do you think of it? Do you think it's worth it? Do you enjoy playing these Castlevania games? And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I did upload the Dominus collection a couple of days ago, I believe. And then tomorrow we are going to be unboxing the Requiem Ultimate Collector's Edition. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and crack this open. Now, I am a little bit concerned because there are some, there's some dings, and I'm like, oh no. And this thing looks like it is it looks like it's very close to the box. And so, I am deeply worried. I'm about to use my X-Acto. I'm deeply worried that the person who sent me this, I ordered this off of eBay. I can't remember price-wise how much I paid for it, but the person who sent me this on eBay looks like they did not package this well. So I am trying to be very careful to make sure that I do not puncture the contents within. Okay, well, this is going to be fun. So, well, first off, it's upside down. And this is why I wanted to go ahead and open this. I was going to wait until my Requiem came in, and I was going to do a double feature type video. But thank God I'm opening this a little bit early. So it looks like it's in its original box. Which could be a good thing, but could also be a bad thing, because if there is any damage to this, or if this did get bunked, it is most definitely going to take damage. So let me do a quick look through. Alright, we got a few dings on the left side. Let's see here. Once again, just trying to make sure that it's... So, whenever I order these things, I do expect a little bit of damage, just because I don't expect it to come in, like, pristine condition. But I'm also going to make sure that it's my money's worth. So, if I look at it and there's, like, noticeable... and there's noticeable damage, then absolutely I will be sending this back. But the only thing that I'm seeing on it, thankfully, is up in this corner. You can't really tell on camera, but it has been bumped, if you will. So, and I know I'm going to get a lot of... Ooh. Wait a minute. I'm still gonna keep it, but once again, you can't really tell. This side took a beating, so far I'm gonna say I'm a little disappointed in this. Once again, it's not insane damage to it, but it's a good amount, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and knock some points off for that as well. I'm not gonna send this back just because the PS4 version is a little bit harder to find, and that's actually the one that I got is the PS4 version. So let's just open it. If I open it and something's wrong with it, I can always send it back. This seller actually did accept returns, so if there is any major issues with it, I have video footage of it. So not the best video footage, but I have video footage. Let me see if I can show you guys a little bit better. Well, yeah, you can kind of see right there the way that it like reflects. You can tell there's like a ding in it, and then on the front, there you go. See that right there? There's two lines in the corner. For copyright reasons, I'm not going to keep it on, but make sure it lights up. It does. I might have to put new batteries in it because the audio or the music is very low. So, that might end up being an issue all the way around, but thankfully I do not see any damage to the shadow box on the outside. So, and then on this one, you can actually press the shadow box within, unlike the Dominus Collection where you have to take it out of the box to push the buttons. I mean, all in all, seems like a pretty cool box set. Like, I am excited for this. I'm not going to sit here and tell you guys that I'm not excited for this, but just the fact that there's a couple of damage, dings on the outer shell, it's kind of concerning. This one does come with Castlevania 1, Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest, Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse, Super Castlevania 4, Castlevania Bloodlines, The Castlevania Adventure, Castlevania 2, Belmont's Revenge, and Kid Dracula. And as I said in my last unboxing of the Dominus Collection, this is the best way to go. I went to the flea market last weekend, and I saw either an NES or a Super NES version of, I think, the first game. And I kid you not, on the NES, it was like $1,300. So, so if you were wanting to start collecting the Castlevania games, I would definitely go this route because you're getting your money's worth. But yeah, that's what I would do, honestly. But you guys are different. So, let's see here. I wish that it told you the contents on the outside of the box. Because I can somewhat remember what comes in this. And I know that's bad to say. But I can't remember everything that comes in this. So we might have to do like we did with the last one. We might have to pull up a picture and see what comes in this. Alright, so let's go and take the shadow box out. I think that's it. You don't really get a lot with this box set. Like, you get enough for your money's worth, but you don't get, like, it's not like the Dominus Collection. You don't get a whole bunch of stuff. So, I'm going to pause this real quick. I'm going to pull up a list of what comes in this box set just to make sure that we are not getting gypped and scammed. So, hold out. Alrighty, you guys, and we are back. It looks like everything's in here. It's just, we'll get into it, but, like, it's kind of weird what, comes with this and everything. So, just like the Dominus Collection, we've got our shadow box, which I'm going to do this again just to show you guys outside. Let me pull this down. Okay. Just to show you guys outside of the outer shell. So, pretty cool. Lights up, makes sound, that sort of thing. Really cool looking. And then, thankfully, I do not see any damage. I think the music is just where the batteries are almost dead. It does, you can like plug it up, or you can change the batteries. So that's pretty cool. But same thing as Dominus Collection. You can do that with that shadow box as well. And then this is what I was kind of like, what in the world about, and trying to figure out if I was missing something. So you get these like postcard looking things, but you only get for the first 3 games. You get Castlevania 1, Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest, and Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse. So for some odd reason, they only did the 3, and there's like 8 games in this. So I don't know why you only get 3 postcards whenever there's 8 games included in this, but who knows. This is really cool. I actually really enjoy this. You get like slipcover box arts, or like sleeves to put your game in. So that's pretty cool. And then you get like a smaller version. So, once again, I like that. That's pretty neat. And those seem to be in good condition. And then you've got... Now, this is actually really cool. I don't care what anybody says. This is probably, like, one of the coolest things in here. And I'm sorry that my camera sucks and the video quality sucks. But they are pins. Let me take this plastic off. Because just like the Dominus Collection, I don't plan on reselling these unless I desperately have to. And just like I said last video too, I have not played the Castlevania games, but I thought this was a really good start. And like I said last video, if I do enjoy the games, then great. I have the collector's like ultimate editions. But if I don't like the games, then I can always trade them into my local game store, and I know that they're going to give me, like, you know, they're going to give me what I want out of them. Like, not over. They're obviously going to do MSR, or not MSRP, but they're going to do like the price chart. I know that they're not going to jip me out of money. But those are really cool. I actually really like these. And you can take, that's what I did. I took the cover off of it. So these are really cool. I like these pins. And then it comes in a case. So, nice. And then we got an art book, which is a hardcover. I don't know why I keep putting my X-Acto knife up, knowing that I have more stuff to show. And I'm really excited for the Requiem Ultimate Edition tomorrow, because that thing comes in a, well, I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's really cool. I think you guys are gonna enjoy it. But we got a hardcover art book, The History of Castlevania. And this thing's a pretty good, decent size. I mean, it's not as thin and as small as most art books. I'm not going to bore you guys with, you know, going through it, but it's just, I guess I'll show you this one. It's like black and white maps and I guess like move. So it's pretty cool. Shows like the monsters. So this like I said, this is really nice. I was gonna keep this sealed, but honestly, I'm kind of glad that I opened it. And then for each of the games, it shows you the controls. So that's pretty cool. Now, I will be getting, like, if I do enjoy these games, I will be getting the Switch version. Now the Dominus Collection, I'll have to get the PS4 version because that was the Switch version. But for this one and Requiem, I'll have to get the Switch ports because I actually wanted the PS4 version for this. I wanted the PS4 version to all of them, but I also want to have them on Switch because I think that from what I've seen and from what I've heard and what I've read, I think the Switch version is a really good on-the-go game, if you will. So, let me take this out of the plastic so it'll show up a little bit better on the camera. It comes in a... oh no, let's see here. Like a Sega case. And I know I'm gonna get a lot of shit and be like, Rock On Gamer, do you not know your games? Do you not know your stuff? Do you just buy this stuff just to you know, hoard it? No, like it just took me a minute, okay? Because I was like, well, I think NES had a couple of games that were in these like clamshells. So, and unfortunately for this one, now you guys know also that I'm a big advocate for physical soundtracks, and this one does come with a physical soundtrack, but it is in a paper case, and it is very thin. So I might keep this one sealed just for the time being until I can maybe get like a protector to put over it, but you get 5 songs from Castlevania, 2 songs from Simon's Quest, 4 songs from Dracula's Curse. The Castlevania Adventure, you get 2 songs. Castlevania 2 Belmont's Revenge, you get 2 songs. Super Castlevania 4, you get 4 songs. Kid Dracula, you get 1. And then there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 additional songs. So I don't think that's too bad, but I'm kind of like, is that all the songs from the game, or is that just, you know, the favorites? So, and then we've got a poster, which once again it's a little dinged up, but I don't think I've ever seen a poster in a collector's edition that was like pristine. So, look at this thing! Holy cow, dude! I hope you guys can still hear me, but that thing is sick. Well, this is even sicker. This is even more sick. Look at that. Holy cow, dude. If I didn't mind to have these things hung up on the wall, I would hang this one up in a heartbeat, honestly. I know I'm gonna get a lot of like comments being like, well, why don't you? Why don't you? Like I said in the Dominus collection, I like to keep, if I buy a collector's edition, I kind of want everything to stick together. I don't like separating things. It's like with Dominus collection, it came with a few items that I could have put on my shelf back here, but I like I said, I like to keep everything together. So, this is kind of a weird setup here. Hold on here. Okay. Oh god, this steelbook is really nice. It's actually, this steelbook is one of the main reasons I bought this collector's edition. I mean, 2, I actually like wanted the game to play, but also this steelbook. And for some reason, I'll show you guys this here in a minute, but for some odd reason, they use this like, yeah, it damaged my sleeve. Oh no. So I'll have to glue that back together. I don't really like that that's paper. But they use these like hooks on the top and the bottom, and so you kind of have to like pry them open just to get the game out. So I don't know about that. I might put it back in there, but I don't know for sure. But no, this is a steelbook, and it's embossed, debossed. You can like feel the latch. Trying to get a good picture of that for you guys, or not picture, but. And then you got the back of it. Now I don't see any damage to the steelbook. And then here is the front, or the inside, I should say. I actually really like that. It's very simple, but yet it's really cool. So, but yeah, I really love this steelbook. I think that is the coolest thing. And then this is what I was complaining about. They put it in like a sleeve, like an NES sleeve. But where the those hooks that I was telling you about that's in the clamshell, they were pulling this apart. This is just glued together. So it was like pulling it apart. So if that comes off, I'll definitely have to re-glue it. It's very thin. It's like paper, pretty much. So not the best quality on that. And then you get the game, which I am super stoked to start. I am grinding Assassin's Creed right now, and then I will be playing this and Final Fantasy. Probably not together. I don't know which one I'm going to play first. I don't know if I want to play Final Fantasy first or if I want to play this one first. But I did start the Netflix series, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm only 1 season and 2 episodes away from the first series. And then I have to start the second series, which is like Castlevania Nocturnal, I think, or Nocturna. But I'm really enjoying the TV show, or the Netflix series. And I think it's in, it might have been in, no, I think, was it Crunchyroll or Imprint Films, or one of them did a box set for the first series on Netflix, and I was gonna order it. And whenever I went to place the order, I looked at the reviews, and the reviews were like, it's cheaply made, it's not worth the money, that each individual season comes in like the paper sleeves, it doesn't come in like a case. So I was like, ooh, there was a lot of negative reviews for it. So I ended up just passing on it, but I don't know. I might eventually cave if I can get it for a good deal. But on the inside of this, it looks like we get a booklet, which I'm really excited to look at, because if it's like any other booklet, we know that it's going to have like the move lists and the Let's see here. The Start of Legacy. I'm gonna see something. Oh, okay. Oh, so it tells you a spin-off. Okay. Take control of 2 heroes. Okay, so it gives you information on each of the games. So, for example, the first page is Castlevania. And then it tells you on the side, it gives you information, and then it shows you some pictures. And then so forth, so on, for all the games. So that's pretty cool. That one's in black and white. That might throw me off a little bit. Which one was that one? That one's Belmont's Revenge. Oh, Belmont's Revenge and the Castlevania Adventure are both in black and white. Ooh. It still looks pretty cool, though. I don't know how to feel about Kid Dracula, though. I don't know if I'm going to like it as much. But hey, who knows? The only thing that I'm kind of like, I'm not knocking points off for it because it's not that big of a deal. But the only thing that I'm kind of looking at this and going, dang, I wish we would have got this, is the Dominus collection actually had the like maps of the castles for each of the games, and I really wish this one would have included the maps for each of the games. But at last, it is not. And now I had to put this back in here, and I am like super nervous to do that. This doesn't look like it's in there properly, so that's probably one of the reasons that this is acting up. So let me throw all this back in here, and we will be right back, you guys. Hello, future Chris here, or yeah, future Chris here. So I was looking back at those pictures, and I was like, I feel like there was something else in here that I missed. And whenever I went back and looked in this this little thing that was inside of the box, I missed out on the enamel pin. That was on me. I was like, dang, did I get another defective? Because for those who watched the Dominus collection, I did get gypped out of the 3 reversible slip covers. So I was like, damn, did I get gypped out of another one? But no, here it is. So, Castlevania enamel pin. Honestly, I think that's kind of cool. Still sticking with the 7.5 though. So, yeah. Let's continue. Alrighty, you guys, and we are back. So I got everything in the box. I will say this one was a little bit easier to put back in the box than the Dominus collection. But I think that's simply because there wasn't as much with this one. But all in all, as you guys know, I do ratings on these. I give it a 1 out of 10 on a rating scale. Did I think it was worth the purchase? I'm going to give it... I'm not going to knock points off for the damage because that's not technically limited run. I mean, it might have been limited runs fault. But I'm going to give this one... I'm trying to think what I gave Dominus. Because I feel like whatever I gave Dominus, I have to knock just a little bit more points off for. I'm going to give this one a 7. Just because they only give you 3, like, not lithographs, but they give you, like, the 3 art cards for the first 3 games. I feel like if they would have give you all 8 art cards, I feel like I could have raised it up to an 8. The slip covers, I don't really see the point of those. I try to put the clamshell into one of them, and for some odd reason, it wouldn't fit. So I think what you have to do is you have to take the steelbook and the case itself out of the clamshell and put it in the slip cover. So I didn't really see the point of that. I feel like we should have made the slip cover a little bit bigger to where it would have slid on top of the clamshell. So I'm going to knock some points off for that as well. The soundtrack, maybe there's more songs. I feel like I'm giving it a rating based off of not having the knowledge of the games, which I know a lot of you are probably watching this video going, why? Why give it such a bad rating if you've not played the games, if you know nothing about Castlevania? And you would be right. You'd be correct. But I don't know. I feel like those paper cases for soundtracks are very prone to damage. I have quite a few in my CD collection that get damaged like that. So I feel like for a collector's edition and for the price you paid for this, I feel like they should have at least put it in a jewel case instead of a paper case, if you will. So I'm going to knock some points off for that. Also, not really that many songs. I think there was like a total of 26, which is which is more than the usual amount of songs on a CD. CDs usually run from 12 to 13 songs. So 26 is a good number, but the fact that only certain games, like the first one, I think, what did we say, like 4 songs, and then there was like a couple that only had 2 songs on there. I feel like without the knowledge of the games, I feel like there are more songs on there, because why would I want to listen to these same 2 songs over and over and over again? Which I understand back in the day on NES that there were like certain games that just repeated one single song, but I mean, you guys know me. I love physical soundtracks. I think that if you pay all that money for a collector's edition, you should at least get a soundtrack. 7.5. I'll give it that like half a point back, just because it came with a physical soundtrack, but I'm still gonna keep that other half of that point off, just because I feel like they could have at least put it in a jewel case. I like the steelbook. I like the poster. Kind of wish we could have got something like Dominus, but with 8 games, I kind of understand after a while that'd get really thick, having like 8 maps. With what this comes with, like I said, 7.5 out of 10, just because I feel like they could have done just a little bit more with it. So yeah, 7.5 out of 10 is what we're going to stick with. So, if you guys did enjoy this video, smash that like button, comment down below, did you think this was worth the money? What would you give it on a scale of 1 to 10? Would you stick with a 7.5? Would you maybe bump it up to an 8 or 9? Did you think it had a 10? And if not a 10, did you hate it? Do you think that it deserves less than a 7.5? Let me know in the comments. And subscribe if you haven't already. I am going to be uploading the Requiem Ultimate Collector's Edition tomorrow. And then whenever I can, whenever paycheck comes around, I'm going to be ordering the Advance Ultimate Collection. So, multiple videos coming towards you guys. I also am getting kind of an idea based off of these unboxings. I think I'm going to go back, and I think I'm going to show you guys some more of my collector's editions. I have quite a few. So if you guys do enjoy this type of video, let me know in the comments so that we can give you guys some more unboxing videos. So without that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and always take care and rock on.